time. It's his time. It's Bam's time. Bam's time to shine. Welcome back to the channel. We got a good video today. This topic grabbed my attention instantly. Mom doesn't love me because I'm just like her. That's on the Camera Mo channel. So I ain't gonna talk too much. Let's get straight into the video. I think it's gonna be a good one.
My child, she's been so disrespectful. 7th to 8th grade, she started acting out. I could just say one word, and fireworks began. Slamming doors, banging a hole in the wall. Hole this big, punching holes in the wall. Mentally, it's crushing me. I really don't know why she hates me. I don't know why she don't like me. I don't know anything when I've given everything I've had. Being a single parent, a mom of 4, I wanted better for them. There are times where I didn't eat, but I made sure my kids didn't go without. Being a cancer survivor twice, that's hard in itself. Knowing if something were to happen to me today or tomorrow, where would my child end up? She's heading down the wrong road. I feel she's gonna end up dead or in jail. Where did I go wrong? I'm sorry.
There's a lot of emotion and there's a lot to unpack here. We'll talk to Monique shortly, but I want to start.
That was a lot to hear. You know, cancer survivor twice.
With Kamaya. But before we bring Kamaya out here, I
May
want
God
to
bless
have a
them,
moment with
man.
her alone backstage. So I want to go back there and talk to her first. Kamaya, how you doing?
Good to you?
Nice to meet you. May I have a hug?
Yes.
Nice to meet you. So thanks for being here. You look fresh from head to toe. So I want you to tell me your version of all of this.
I want a bone with my mom. I don't think I have one. I'm always a bone with my mom. I don't think I have one. I want a bone with my mom. I don't think I have one.
Bo and her mom, what she say?
I'm always called the problem child.
Yeah.
No positive words
Yeah.
whatsoever.
Do you feel like your mom loves you?
At times. She's not a mean person, but no, majority of the time, no.
No. At all. And how long have you felt that way?
For a while now, since I was like my 8th grade, 15.
So you said 7th, 8th grade you've been feeling this way.
Yes.
Yeah. Got it.
Grade, 15.
8th grade, 15. 15 in the 8th grade? She must have like around the 8th grade or when I was 15, but she just, okay.
So you said 7th, 8th grade you've been feeling this way.
Yes.
Yeah. Got it. And that's when you felt like she started treating you differently.
Yes.
And what was it? What happened that you felt like made her start treating you differently?
Maybe because how I react to things, we never really had time to really talk. Every time we do talk, it's like a moment where, okay, we talk about it, and if it go wrong, boom,
Got it.
it just crash, and we just go separate ways.
So you try to talk about it, but it doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
So what's making you so angry?
Her being mean to me, I can never talk or express my feelings, and me not having a voice. And she always telling me, well, since I'm 18 now, like, I can do stuff for myself.
Oh, so she's like, you're an adult, you gotta.
Yes. I feel like, me personally, it's because of my little brother.
Your little brother?
Yes.
What goes on with your little brother?
My mom tells him since I don't respect her, he doesn't have to respect me.
I want to come back here first and talk to you because even though people might say you're an adult, you're still 18.
Yes.
I still see the child in you.
Y'all agree with, because you're 18, you know, because they say it happens in the black community a lot, that when you're 18, you got to start paying bills, contributing to the house. So y'all agree with that? Me personally, I won't want my kid paying rent, but I do want you to understand that life's not just a free road. This stuff that I provided, it's my duty, it's my job. But at the same token, understand that there's kids out there that don't have this. So you need to understand the value of all this shit that you got. You're not gonna sit here. I got a rule probably. Kid, you ain't finna be waking up 11, 12 o'clock. You're gonna have that. You're gonna have little slight passes where that might slide, but it ain't gonna be on a regular where you waking up at 11, 12 o'clock on a weekend. You know what I mean? That's just me personally.
Are you ready to talk?
I'm not with the 18-year-old out of the house.
So what do you want from your mom today?
For her, well, what I didn't have in a long time, a hug.
Okay.
I would like, us to just talk about things
Yeah.
and to make our relationship better.
You told my producers that you want your mom to say I love you.
Yes, she says it, but
You don't feel it?
I don't. I feel like it's forced.
Well, listen, I want to see what Monique has to say about this. So everyone, let's meet her. Let's meet Monique.
This is tough.
Hi, Monique. How you doing? Thank you for being here. Take a seat.
Thank you.
So, what do you feel about what your daughter has said?
I feel as if she's pushed me to the point to where I don't want to be bothered with her. She's been so rude. Respect is due to a dog. If you talk to me in that manner, imagine what you're gonna say to other people. Me being an only child, I don't know what it was to have a hug from my mom. So it's like it's a pattern.
Oh, so that's where it's at. That's where it's at. You grew up a certain way, and that might have impacted how you treat your daughter. Not saying that you in the wrong. We're gonna find out more throughout the video, trust me. But it's kind of telling me that you grew up a certain style. Cycles tend to repeat itself, and it's up to you to break the cycle. It's up to the person whom they're in the middle of the cycle. It's up to you to break it. It's up to you to say, I want better. You know what I mean? I want better. I don't want to be the typical known for this, known for that. Like I want to be the example that, hey, this can happen. Don't put yourself in
Repeating itself.
Got it.
Do I want to be like that? No.
So, in your opinion, when did she start acting out?
I want to say 7th, 8th grade.
okay, same thing that she said.
I want to say 7th, 8th grade.
Yeah.
It started and you know what? It's before that. I've gotten into arguments with my mom, my grandmother, about her. Oh, you need to stop her from saying this. Or you need to stop her from me always being superwoman. I'm going to come to the defense of my child.
I started at Purdue Global because it was really easy to try to balance classes.
No, oh, Kamaya needs this. You spoil her too much. You do this, but that's all I know. That's all I know how to do is give out love. I don't know how to give out nothing else. But when you've hurt my heart so much, it pushes me back in my own space.
Vice versa.
I don't want to be around her. And that's bad. I shouldn't have to feel that way.
That is very bad.
I shouldn't have to feel that way. This is my only daughter.
Yeah.
All I want is Kamaya to understand it's not easy out here. I don't want my child to end up dead. I don't want my child to end up homeless somewhere where she can't fend for herself because she's steady pushing people away. And people only want the best for her.
But the only people I push away is you. I feel like I changed. And
So why push me away?
Because you don't understand me. I can't change if you don't try.
Do you feel like your cancer diagnosis has made you push your daughter away?
No, because even with that, that's all the more reasons why I need her.
What do y'all think needs to happen in this relationship, from y'all's opinion?
Try to understand each other better.
Okay. What about for you?
Better communication.
Okay. Kamaya's brother Cameron is here with us today.
That's a good start because the way these things happen, that's why I'm not pausing. I'm really trying to listen and hear. the way these things happen is a lot of times I think it's just something parents do to a fault. They it's not a democracy in your household, right? It's strictly they way or the highway, right? Or this is how it's not. It's no democracy, right? Granted, it seemed like that's how it always is, but it seems like there's some parents who are like they practice communication with their kids. They practice listening and trying to understand the child. 'Cause a lot of times we try to push something on our child that they, I'm not gonna say don't want to do, but something that's not necessarily them. You get what I'm saying? So I think in this situation, based on the little that we've seen, the first step is already damn near has been took because she's all like to try to understand each other better communication, because that's where it all starts. If you don't have them two things, those two things keep everything aligned. You gotta have those two
What he has
things.
to say. So everyone, please welcome Cameron to the show. Hey Cameron, how you doing? Nice to meet you as well. All right, so did you grow up with your mom?
When I grew up, my mom was always there for sure. I grew up living with my grandmother though, and I was my mom. I moved in a little later.
And what have you witnessed?
I witnessed a lot of arguments, fights, basically everything they described. And I love my sister to death. I love my sister and my mom.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of times though they put me in the middle of it.
Yeah, that's one thing I wouldn't go
to
for.
Choose between sister and mom.
Got it.
And I hate to have to do that sometimes, and I can honestly admit that sometimes, I do run to my mother's defense all the time. I really, really would just like for...
And that's something people gotta stop doing. When you do that, you can't do that. And that's something that we have to stop doing. You cannot be running to defenses. Right is right, wrong is wrong. You just can't do that, Sometimes people just don't want to be held accountable. People don't want to hear something they don't want to hear. You get what I'm saying? Meaning if your girl get into an argument with whoever, always have your girl's back, your wife's back, but you also got to hold her accountable behind closed doors. Like, hey, I ain't gonna lie, that was your fault. But I'm always gonna have your back, but I have to tell you that that's your fault. That way you don't run around doing the same thing. Same thing with the mom and dad. The problem is a parent could be wrong, but they're not they're not held accountable. So then it's like, okay, it don't matter. I ain't gonna say nothing. It's just, that's why you can only not say, because when you don't say anything, it sticks with you. This whole notion of stay quiet, it's cool. Cool. But you gotta understand something. You secretly build animosity for whomever. You're just going to go through the motions with them. Whether it's your parent, it's going to be a high and by. Whoever it is, it's just, you're going to do the absolute minimum. You're not going to engage in convo because you know that there's something that you really don't like that never gets mended. So you got tired of trying to always be the person that mended, so you stop talking. And then later, that's when it becomes pretty much like a high and by. You talk to somebody. You talk to somebody because you have to, but that's it. You don't really engage. You don't want to do that, man. Speaking from experience.
For them to apologize to each other and, and hug. And I feel like it has to come to an end at some point. So I feel like, Kamaya, you need to apologize. Also, Mom, I feel like you need to apologize. Hug it out if y'all can.
I gotta tell you, Cameron, I appreciate you giving me some perspective there, because you added the last piece of this that I need to understand. Because there's things that are going on here that I'm seeing. First of all, your daughter mimics your behavior. And you're not in your head right now. So you agreeing that there's identical behavior.
I've said this and I say it again, bro. There's certain stuff and I've been told this. My boy, one of my OGs, or my uncle, who I call my uncle, he literally told me, he said, he used to think that your kids can automatically emulate the parent. He said you can train a kid, teach a kid, all that. At the end of the day, it's still their decision to run with it. But then he also said, but yes, there are certain things that a mother can give a daughter or give a son, or father can give a son or a daughter, to where they are the spitting image of you, where you act like them. That's why I say lead by example. Don't be toxic. Your daughter or your kid gonna come out toxic. They might be like I don't want that. I want better for myself. Anomalies happen. But 9 times out of 10, your kids gonna emulate that. That's why I said we create non-accountable people. We create the narcissistic kids. It all starts in the household. If your parent never says sorry to you, you really think that kid gonna tell their kids they're sorry, or their significant other that they're sorry? It doesn't work like that. They have to learn now. They're at a slower pace now. Stuff emulates. That's probably not you see what he just said? That's probably a hard. That's how many times have I talked about that on this channel? How many times have I talked about that? That's facts, bro. Facts.
Have you ever acknowledged that y'all have identical behavior?
No.
How does it feel to see your son and a stranger tell you, I'm witnessing, and he's nodding his head and saying it's the same? I do believe that there was anger that started.
Nah, you should
on.
have let her answer that question, man. You should have let her.
That started a path of like, I need to figure out how to express myself. I need to have people hear me. I need to have people listen to me. And I think at that point, she didn't feel like you could fully hear her.
Should have let her
And
answer
that
the
started
question.
Her being more aggravated, and tell me if I'm wrong. And it just started to spiral, because now you're aggravated. She's aggravated. You're aggravated. And then she shuts down, and then she's like, damn, but I miss my mom. And when she comes back to you, you're like, I can't be bothered right now. And then when you're ready, she's pissed about something else, and now you're upset. The truth of the matter is that what I've heard consistently from the oldest now to her to them is that you're a good mom throughout. So your motherhood and what you've done as a mother is not under question here. And I want to make sure that's clear. Because sometimes it can feel like when there is your child talking to you like, maybe I'm the worst mother in your world. Your daughter's crying because she still loves you. This is your baby. And she still loves you and wants to be with you. You know that, right? Because I heard you say earlier, you would not even, if I was your mother, you wouldn't mess with me. Let me tell you something. Yes, she would. I believed her when she said she protects you out in the world. I believe her when she doesn't talk mess about you, because I believe that's your characteristic. I believe you're loyal like that. I believe that's you.
It is.
Which makes complete sense, and that's who she's picking up. She's mimicking you. There you go.
I love it.
I'm gonna ask you a question.
This is where sometimes, bro, the second opinion really does help, bro. Because sometimes you can really see it like from another angle. Like, I ain't gonna lie, you do that. I've said that so many times, man. I've said, bro, trying to tell you that second opinion, sometimes that shit can really help you out. That give you a really different perspective and different like outlook on shit. I'm trying to tell you.
Question. Can you tell your daughter what good you see in her?
She's a good person. Her heart is big. She's very helpful, and she's thoughtful. It's just the moment you piss off, it's just.
I get that, but we're not going to go down that path. What I want right now is because we both know y'all have similar attitudes. That's why I established that first. So we don't have to talk about when she gets the attitude, because we know this there.
Because that's you. We know that.
What
That's
do
you.
you like about her?
What do you like
She's
about
a
her?
young 18-year-old woman who's feeling very vulnerable right now, and you said that.
I've always said that, bro. Even not even just parent to child, but even like on some relationship shit. I've always said redirect it, bro. I've always been that type. Hey, let's redirect it. What is something that you love about me, or what is I'll state the things that I love about you or that I really like, I appreciate about you. That it redirects it, and then the other person says it, you get a different feeling. Like, it just changes the whole, bro. It changes everything about the whole thing. It changes everything about the whole dynamic of that conversation changes. It shifts, bro. You know what I mean? Because we always talk about the negatives louder than the positives, man. Like, that's just what we do that shit at a fault, bro. So we trying to change that. We trying to change the narrative.
Your mom either. And I'm sure there's a point in your life that you would just love your mom to say, damn, you're great. You are smart. You're kind. You're giving. And that's why you ended up being this mother that spoils your kids. Am I right? You would have loved your mother to do that to you.
Correct, yes.
So just tell her right now what is good. You started with the thoughtful. You said she's kind.
Good
Tell her.
person. I mean, again, you're very talented. And now that you all have made it clearer to me, I do see it, Aaron. I do see it, but you're an amazing person, Kamaya.
You too.
I love you.
Love you more.
You can look at me. I love you.
Love you more.
I don't want nothing bad.
Now, the reason I said that, the reason I wanted you to first acknowledge that y'all are the same, and then second tell it was good, is because the next time y'all both get into these arguments, I want y'all to go into remembering what's good about each other.
Yes.
I believe y'all can.
That's a fact. That's something I think everybody can do. Granted, there are limitations to that. There are limitations, but that's something everybody can do. Anytime you get it, like it's just something that everybody. I'm pretty sure everybody struggles with that, man. Like everybody remembers the bad shit over the good. Like that's just what it is. That's what it is. This video is pretty much over though, man. If y'all like this video, you know what I'm saying, y'all know what to do. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'm out, man. Next.